What's up, guys? It's your boy Say Quizzy. But before we start this video, I want to say thank you to everybody that voted for my sample for the Dez Wright Discord one sample of the week. And people was asking for a breakdown, so let's get to it. My idea for this sample was to make something for Don Toliver's new album, Hardstone Psycho. And this is what I came up with. The first sound I started with is with the CS80. Sound is feedback distortion lead. It's the sound I started with, the first sound that you hear. I end up adding an ARP to it. Nothing crazy. These are the chords right here. To be honest, I don't know nothing about chords. I just be hitting notes. So, but this is how it came out. Nothing too crazy. And then after that, I bounced that. And this was the main sound right here. For the effects, I use tremolo, basically going ear to ear, left and right. And then I use guitar rig for that one. And for that sound, it's the same sound right here for the intro part. I just chopped it up to give like an intro, like a different feel, and just don't repeat the same sound. So I basically just chopped this half up, and this is how it sounds. I wanted like a different beginning, so that's how I started. But I think the chops, I had halftime, but I usually delete it because my computer be freezing. So usually I just bounce out the files before I even save the processing. But the second part, I added like some textures in the background. It's like a space texture and a flute. I think I got these from One Shots, but that's how it sounds. Nothing too crazy, just a little textures and effects in the background. And then the next thing I added with like this guitar, I got this from Arcade. I'm not sure the preset. I think I just basically looked up guitar or lead and that's how it sounds. I use this sound twice in the second half, but this is how it sounds without the halftime. That sound I use it again in the second half, y'all will see, but for the effects, I added memory. It gives it like a pedal type of vibe, like a thermate pedal, I think that's what it's called. I added some EQ to it, take out the low ends, compression, and soothe. Nothing too crazy with the processing with that one. For the next sound, I had like a pad, just like a little background noise. Ain't nothing too crazy. I low-key could have kept that out because you don't even hear it, but whatever. I just kept it in anyway. For the second half, I just added like some textures, like basically a lead brass or like I'm not even sure what preset this is, but this is why I add in something in the background. Little noise in the background, nothing too special. But the next thing I added was this bass. I wanted like a Don Toliver, Travis Scott type of bass. So I think this one shot's from Kill September. Yeah, it's his bass. But even if you don't have this pack, you probably could find this bass line or like a plug bass like this on a lot of VSTs or one shot kits. But this is the notes for the bass right here. Yeah, I want to give it like that Travis feel. Like I think Rip Screw, they did a bass line like that, so that's what I was going for. And this is how it sounds all together. Yeah, I already know how the rest sounds, but I end up adding like some open hats, like some old open hats, giving like somebody's playing on the drums or just adding little stuff to it, giving it little details, nothing crazy. Then I added like a Roz right here to transition into the main sample after the chops and a Percloop. I almost forgot to show y'all the other guitars on this part, but I think it's the same chords as the first one I showed you. The guitar is a different sound. I didn't save the sound. I usually bounce out all my melodies so my computer don't freeze. So I'm gonna show y'all this part right here. Yeah, I basically just put the sounds left and right so it go through your right ear and left ear. And then this sound right here, I got it from RK. I believe it was like a 80s lead. I don't know what it was, but it sounded like a guitar, so I just added that to it. It's like a rock guitar string. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to add another switch up. And this part, when I get like a Mike Dean, Dez Wright, I saved this preset. It's Analog Tools 2. That's the bank. Go get this. This is fire. I use this a lot, but I wanted to add this, add a switch up, and this is how it sounds. When I added this gave it sauce. It changed up everything, made the sample way better. But this is the same chords as the ARP. I basically just stretched it and just made it chords. Took out all the other notes, just made it chords. After that, I ended up adding this bass line. This bass line's from Dez. I think the Splice kit. I think he had like some one-shot basses, and I saved it. And I added that. It's the same chords as the synth that I played. I just took the low notes, took out the high notes out, and just kept the low. Basically all it is. Nothing too crazy. I basically had the bass playing the same keys again. And for the next thing I added was this guitar. Basically the guitar I showed you at the beginning, that was like a sound effect when I had the halftime. I basically took out the halftime and that's how it sound. Yeah, it's basically the same guitar that I showed at the beginning. I just basically took out the halftime and I added like a speed like fade. Like in Logic, if you have Logic, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like a fade that like speeds it up. I use this with some of my samples to get like certain like textures to make it sound different. I don't know, I just use it a lot. But yeah, that's how I sound. After that, and then adding like another arp, it was like the same chords as like the guitar in the beginning. You probably don't even hear this sound that much in a sample, but I just wanted to add another layer. I think the best part out of the sample was the synth that I showed and the drums. I feel like the drums got a lot of people's attention though. Cause I wanted that vibe of like Bandit where he had the drums in the beginning playing. So I wanted to add drums in a sample, and this is how I sound. I think I got these sounds out of like a one-shot kit or something that had like Percloops, and then I basically just went through mad Percloops and then chopped like some sounds that I like, chopped up some rows and made it like into this. And I took out like the drums for a minute and then added it back. Yeah, I wanted to end the sample off with the drums. I took it out for a quick second and then put it back in for the end of the sample. But I appreciate everybody that voted for me for the Discord, for Dez Wright Discord. And I'm sorry if I ain't have every sound or VST I used in this sample. I try to explain it the best I could, but I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.